Xin chào chào mừng đến từ Vietnam. We're gonna go Danang rafting and into jungle swinging, crashing into the river, deep river cruising, waiting for a train that really never comes. MMA Vietnamese style, in spectacular Vietnamese beauty, and looking for my 9 sisters, aunties, ex-girlfriends, not sure, but the beauty of Danang, the beauty of Vietnam. Well, I met many friends and said every morning, "Good morning, Vietnam." And here we go into the journey of Central Southeast Asia, where fire is everywhere and around us. Let's take this boat journey into Vietnam. Hello, Hong Kong, Vietnam. Hello, Hong Kong, Shenzhen. From Hong Kong to Da Nang only takes under 2 hours. 峴港香港飛只有2個鐘頭，我哋已經到了啦。Today, Mo Lee is going to take you on a tour to Vietnam. We've arrived at a hotel, 5-star brand new hotel called Bay Capital in the center of downtown Da Nang. It's a spectacular new hotel, highly recommended. The service is second to none, absolutely astounding. I was pretty impressed with the 3-minute bar, which includes whiskey, biscuits, orange juice and apple juice. So I woke up in the morning and here we go for a quick swing. Gotta do my gym. What do? Well, with that view, I do that in my room. And a little rest, and afterwards we go straight down to the lobby for a buffet breakfast a la carte Da Nang style. Aside from providing immaculate VIP service, every morning they offer a combination of Vietnamese food, Da Nang food, Korean food, continental food, and a huge variety of desserts, which I had every single day, so I was really pumped up with sugar. So I'm ready for our first journey of whitewater rafting. Here's an introduction. They spoke in Vietnamese, so I wasn't quite sure what he's saying. Made me a little bit nervous, saying, am I going to survive this? Will I break a leg? Perhaps I will crash my head into the rocks. But here we go. To take the minivan up to the top, I just basically followed the crowd because I have no idea what's going on. Most of these, I think 90% were local Vietnamese, and here it is. Here's the lift off. It's not really a lift off. It's basically more like a crash down into the river in Da Nang. And this part here is, as you can see the picture here, is really awestruck, astounding. It's basically like an 80 degrees crash down into the river, and you just really feel the G-force going down. It costs less than $20 to try this astounding, awestrucking, absolutely very dangerous but very exciting activity in Da Nang. So we just finished the rafting 2 km. It's 2-3 parts very dangerous. Almost fell, but one guy called us just in time with that balancing, just falling, and it just called us. So we rescued us pretty big time. So now we're at the end of this pretty amazing journey with my friend here. So we made it.
We made it.
The fact that we made it alive with our heads and our hands and our legs intact, we decided to do something else even just as safe. And because I don't have life insurance, I thought, hey, why not? We're just going to do a nice little swing and crash into, here we go. It's about 5 meters deep, so you really do need your life jacket because no one's going to rescue in there. And hopefully there's no crocs, but there's a lot of insects which were trying to, water bugs, which were trying to like suck me dry. That was quite scary. I had experience in Africa before.
望住呢個風景沖涼，你知道 view I'm having a shower, like just look behind me.
It's pretty hard to take video as you're going down water rafting, but they do take nice pictures of you, which you can buy for very cheaply. That really helps.
演講舊嘅首都、舊嘅皇室、最後嘅皇帝喺越南，而家準備入去，事不宜遲 ，Let's go.
So now we're in the imperial city of Hue, but basically Da Nang is the commercial and education center of central Vietnam, the largest city in the region. And usually we'll come here to combine visits with the imperial city of Hue, Old Town of Hoi An, and also the Mae Song region. It's all very reachable within 1-2 hours from Da Nang. So Da Nang is right in the smack middle of these amazing parts. This is actually one of my favorite parts actually it is my favorite part in Vietnam from all the places I've been to. The combination of relaxation, coolness, everything I need is here. And so here I am now, working as a slave in the imperial city, which I was born to do, I guess. It is my job, which I've been cleaning and scrubbing since I was born, so I'm good at that. So here I am now working as a senior high civil Mandarin servant in the imperial city, which was the former capital of Vietnam for about 200-300 years, constructed in 1803 under the emperor, and basically they wanted to be built the same as the Forbidden City in Beijing. And the monarchy basically ended in 1945, and actually I've been asking, where are the monarchies right now? Where are the kings and queens right now? And actually a lot of them, the families are still based in Rome and France, so maybe you can find, maybe one day they will come back. Here are my performers. I love this kind of performance, the fashion, the design, the youthfulness. You just see these guys and girls and it's just beauty in every aspect. Here I am again, walking around, thinking, what should I say to the king? I finally find my 9 sisters, wives, girlfriends, aunties, I'm not sure, maids, but it was a good feeling, very cool. I love that. Inside here is the library, Imperial Library, where the books are kept. I like this, it's still maintained as it was before. I like it as it is. One of the most famous places in Danang, of course, there's a lot of tourist sites like Mainland beaches, very touristy things which I've been before, so I'm not going to go through this time in my tour. I'm going to go pick up things I like, in particular in Danang, rather than go through the top 5 and 10 highlights. Obviously the coastline is pretty good. You get a lot of parasailing and jet skis, which are really for tourists, a little bit overpriced in my view. And the next journey, one of my favorite journey was the journey from Hue back to Danang. It's not a long journey by train, but you got to book in advance.
Sitting in a waiting room. Let's see, an experience.
In front of me, 2 guys started headbutting each other, and I watched it in absolute silence. It's pretty aggressive. It's basically over a chair, and wow, it's really nice kung fu. Nice indeed. A lot of Vietnamese nice aggression, showing a lot of affection here. And afterwards, the 2 guys just sat, one in front, one in back, where they are. So that was over. Wow. The train journey from Hue to Danang takes around 3 hours. It's not very long, but because the train doesn't travel really fast. But this is one of my best train stations I've been to, like, ever. This is exactly the kind of train stations I always visualize. I see a lot in films, and I just love sitting there and just waiting, getting a nice little massage on my bump. And in front of me, hold on, these guys are packing quite a lot. What's going on? Do I need to get myself ready?
Waiting for the train now. It's been delayed an hour, but I like this rail train track. 遲咗1個鐘，但係我有懷舊 feel， 即係可以行喺路軌嗰度。
As the train stuttered or hurtled, maybe stuttered is a better word, towards us, you get this really euphoric feeling. It's amazing. You get so excited. This is basically the first time I've been on this kind of train where I can just stand in front of a train and stop it. Perhaps that would be my last move, but as you can see here, that smile says it all. Wow. Forgot to mention, I did order some cakes as well by the store in the train station. I forgot to pick it up, so the delivery girl gave it up to me and had to pay her back. Oh well, you get to experience. These people just never give up, do they? My God, OMG LOL. But here I am now, safe for my journey, solo, alone, cool, as you should be. I'm walking around the train, up and down, getting the full experience, finding little gaps where I can do PP. Here it is. I love this gap. You just get pure wind. I don't want aircon. I want solid wind. And when it goes over bridges, rivers, farms, rural areas, you really feel like you're now in real, true Vietnam. The toilets are surprisingly very good. I love it. You can open a window and have a quick smoke as well as you, well, absolutely get smashed by this view, right? Can it be any better? And in my first class department, because I booked basically I had no space left and I had only first class left, and so I am. And I saw some fellow tourists going around in a Jeep. That was quite cool. That's very Vietnam style, very much so. And as you're just gliding past, but on the left and the right to you, there's seas, rivers, coastlines, rugged coastlines. You're high up, you're down out. There's really.
Wow, what is this?
One's a fruit cake, and one's a black cake. It's a few local delicacy. Leaves. Oh, this is a black cake.
Wow, cute.
Very fresh.
Wow.
Our first train trip in Vietnam. First class train trip in Vietnam.
Very enjoyable.
Very good.
It's highly recommended. Yeah.
Highly recommended.
Really, yeah.
Bye,
Experience.
Andy.
Bye-bye. They should make it higher. 呢度係準備上車， about getting off and getting off at the same time. Now on a moped. Okay,
as it became more and more localized, traveling by moped is really the way. Traveling by grab, taxi, that's like for tourists. So you have all your luggages with you, on top of you, behind you, and you just go straight flat out. No traffic, top speed, but you gotta wear a helmet. If not, you're gonna pay some money to the local police, which I don't really want to. So now it's time to do our spiritual training. This is they call a lady Buddha, but in Chinese we call it Gunyam. And to do a lot of incense burning just to increase the heat around us. And we went to the incense market. As you can see here, there's a lot of people coming for pictures. Absolutely spectacular Vietnamese beauty in every aspect, in every way. There's so much elegance, indescribable. And we're going to go now in the river cruise in Hue. Little dragons leaving the nice famous restaurants, which is very popular for local tourists traveling here and just cruising down the river and enjoying the sunset, as we should, right? And as sunset approaches, I'm going to put a lantern. I only chose 3 because I didn't really want to pollute the river too much, but it's quite nice to make a wish and then put it in the river and you really enjoy the night view of Hue. The vibe in Hue is quite different to Danang, both two very different cities in every aspect. Had a lot of local foods, and see, the more local I live, the longer I live, the more localized I become. And the sandwiches, the noodles, and it's so cheap you can't even describe it. But it's also so good and also so clean, which was really impressive. Going up to the Novotel Hotel now back in Danang to enjoy the view before we leave for our next journey. So hope you enjoy it. Remember to subscribe and like it. See you next time. Hatigin. Bye bye.